Hi, today we're going to talk about setting up your new lathe. This applies whether your lathe is brand new or used. I'm going to be doing a series of videos for people just starting out with wood lathes, so this will be the first one. The first thing you want to do is remove the drive or spur center and then remove the live center. You remove the spur center by using a punch-out tool. You put it through the end and you simply tap and it'll come out. You remove the live center by turning the wheel on the tailstock and it'll just pop out. Examine your spur center. Make sure that the point's in good shape and that the spurs are not bent or damaged. Examine the live center. Check the point and make sure that the bearings turn freely without any restrictions. It's a good idea to make sure that the Morse tapers in the headstock and tailstock are clean and clear. If you have access to a compressor, you can just blow it out. Now we'll put the spur center and the live center back in. At this point, we're going to check the alignment of the lathe. I'll show you how to do it. Loosen the tailstock and move it up as close as you can to the headstock without actually banging or touching hard. Tighten down the tailstock. Now look closely at the points on your spur center and live center. They should line up perfectly. If one of the points on the spur center is off to the left or the right, it needs to be adjusted. I'll show you how to do it. With most lathes, you can adjust the alignment with the headstock. If you notice, on each corner of the headstock, you'll see an Allen screw. With an Allen wrench, you would loosen the 4 screws. One is in each corner of the headstock. Now loosen the tension on your belt. Now, with a rubber mallet or a soft plastic dead blow mallet, you would tap the headstock in the direction you need to align the 2 points. Once you have your 2 points aligned, you're good to go. Once again, use your Allen wrench, this time to tighten down the 4 screws in the corner of the headstock. Now we're going to check the alignment of the points on the side. Here we're good. If there were a problem with the alignment when viewed from the side, this would be a more serious situation and it would involve a tougher fix. We would have to shim up the tailstock or the headstock in order to get the points to meet. That'll be a subject of a different video at a later time. Now we're going to check for run out. Plug your lathe in, set it at a slow speed, then turn it on. Look at the tip of the drive center. It should be smooth without any wobble. Now the next thing we're going to do is loosen and remove the tailstock. Next we loosen and remove the banjo that holds the tool rest. What we want to do next is smooth the bed of the lathe. We're going to use sandpaper. We can use 220, 320, or 400. In this case, I've got some 320 sandpaper. I use a wooden block. That way everything's going to be flat. And you would lightly and gently sand the entire surface of the bed of the lathe. Don't forget to get the inside of the groove of the dovetail where the tailstock will ride. Next, you would take your tailstock and you would sand the bottom of that as well. Be sure to get the side surface of the dovetail. And lastly, we're going to sand the surface on the bottom of the banjo. Next, we're going to wax all of our surfaces. You can use Johnson's paste wax. A lot of people like to use Renaissance microcrystalline wax. I like this a lot and I prefer it. It lasts longer and it seems to give a smoother surface. Put a liberal amount of wax on a paper towel or rag and wipe it on the surface of the bed. Be sure to get the inside surface of the dovetail groove. Allow the wax to dry and then buff it very well. Make sure to apply wax to the bottom of the tailstock, as well as the banjo. And make sure to buff both surfaces. Now we'll put the banjo back on. Next we put our tailstock back on. Now we have a nice smooth surface. Our tailstock and our banjo should now glide smoothly across the bed of the lathe. Something I like to point out, a lot of lathes come with a cast tool rest. The problem with these are that they can develop chips, and then when you put your tool and try to glide your tool along, it'll get catches and bumps. Now you can periodically file these down to keep them smooth, but there is a better solution. There's another type of tool rest I prefer. These tool rests have a stainless steel bar embedded in the top of the tool rest. That way they can't ding or chip. And that's it. You're ready to start turning some wood. I hope to have some instructional videos up soon about wood turning. Please stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.